There are so many people who are lost on where to begin when trying to conceive. What method do you want to use when trying to conceive? I mean, there's more than one method. And being, what kind of couple are you? Are you a heterosexual couple? Are you a same-sex couple? What method is best for you and your family? Hey guys, it's your girl Cynthia with Life with Two Moms, and I was just sitting in the car thinking about there are so many people who are lost on where to begin when trying to conceive. So I thought maybe I could do a video on like where to begin and what you need to know. This video is going to be about where do we begin? Explore what method is best for you and your family, because this is important. You don't want to feel pressured into using any method or feeling uncomfortable doing any method because you feel like that is your only option. And that is why I decided to make this video, in order to help couples explore their options, because there are way more than one option, and there's expensive options, there's cheap options, and I feel like there's not enough people who know that there are these possibilities, there are these options, and that it's not, oh, I have to go to a clinic, oh, I have to use a sperm donor I don't even know, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. And a lot of people don't know that you don't have to do all these things. I would say where you would begin when trying to conceive. What method do you want to use when trying to conceive? I mean, there's more than one method. And being, what kind of couple? Are you a heterosexual couple? Are you a same-sex couple? You have to consider those things when it comes to conceiving. So now that you know where to begin, let's talk about what types of insemination are there. So we know that there are 3 types of ways to inseminate. There is natural insemination, there is partial insemination, and there's artificial insemination. Now, natural insemination is the basic man-woman intercourse, and hopefully the outcome is a baby. Partial insemination is where the man, he does his own business, and then once he's ready to release the baby batter, he goes and meets the woman and puts it right inside of her and releases the baby batter. That is partial insemination. There's no actual intercourse happening. The man does his business, the woman lays down and waits, and then the man partially puts it in when he's ready to release the baby batter. Artificial insemination is broken down a lot more than just one category. There is IUI, ICSI, IVI, IVF, and also RIVF. Now, let's talk a little bit about what each of those are and how they might be helpful or beneficial for you and your spouse. We are going to start with the most common and oldest of an artificial insemination, which is called the ICSI. This dates back to 1800s. The ICSI is actually called the intracervical insemination. This is actually a fertility treatment. They place the sperm right near the cervix using a catheter rather than just in the uterus like an IUI, is to increase the chances. They take the baby batter from either your known donor or your unknown donor or even your husband. The success rate for ICSI is 5 to 30% chance per cycle. The average cost for our ICSI is $250 to $300. Since the sperm is placed further away from the fallopian tubes, the cost is lower. This procedure takes about 10 minutes. So it's an in and out thing. It's nothing strenuous. It's non-invasive. IUI is intrauterine insemination. This is where they use a catheter once again and they place the baby batter directly into your uterus. The goal of an IUI is to increase the amount of baby batter that reaches the fallopian tube, which in return increases your chances of fertilization. Your success rate for this procedure of an IUI is a 20% chance per cycle. The cost is a little bit more because they are getting the baby batter directly or closer to the fallopian tubes. They're using washed, clean sperm because it's going directly into the uterus, and without it being washed, it could cause an infection. So it is important to make sure you do this procedure in a clinic and not at home. The cost is between $300 to $800 per cycle. Now we're going to speak about IVF, which is a more invasive procedure. It's where they actually have to go in and retrieve the eggs, and then once the eggs are retrieved, they take your donor or your husband's sperm and they combine the egg and the sperm, combine them into a dish, and then they place the embryos back inside and transferred. IVF is not guaranteed. Just because they were able to put the sperm and the egg together doesn't mean that it's going to stick, that it's going to properly work. Price range for IVF is it's starting around $10,000 to $20,000, so it is a bit pricey. Success rate is a little more, but then again, it's not always guaranteed. Now, I want to talk to you about a procedure I wasn't even aware of when me and Stephanie were trying to conceive, and it's called RIVF, which is reciprocal in vitro fertilization. Reciprocal in vitro fertilization is actually very popular among same-sex couples, lesbian couples primarily, because what reciprocal IVF is where you take one egg from one mom and fertilize it outside just as you would in IVF, and you would use a donor. And once you have the egg that has been fertilized with the sperm, then that egg goes in your partner's, your wife's body. So reciprocal IVF is basically for lesbian couples where one couple wants to carry the other egg. It's more of a bonding experience for the couples, and I think this procedure is really truly amazing. The cost for our IVF is between $16,000 to $30,000. Not many insurances cover this procedure, and if you are going to do this procedure, make sure you look into it to see what insurances do cover it. The most popular term for at-home insemination is IVI, which is intravaginal insemination. That is where you either use a syringe, a soft cup, a turkey baster. We used both a syringe and soft cup for our method. The syringe, I noticed there was a lot more leakage than there was with the soft cup. And with the soft cup, you're able to have the donor go directly into the cup. I didn't think it was possible to conceive this way without having intercourse or even stimulation, but we just put the soft cup in and let it be. This procedure I do recommend because it's less invasive, as well as you can do it with a syringe. Have your donor go into a sterile cup, and then once it's in the cup, you can suck it up with the syringe, and then have your partner lay down, and you guys can be in the privacy of your home and be comfortable without any intercourse, any pressure, and you guys can actually enjoy one another. Timing is key. That is one of the most important parts of all of this. No matter what procedure you just decide to use, whether it's natural, partial, artificial, in the clinic or at home, timing is important. Insemination must be performed at the time of ovulation. So you must be tracking your ovulation. If you are not tracking your ovulation and you just say, well, my period ended, I'm going to count 14 days and I hope I'm ovulating, that's not going to work. You need to start tracking your ovulation as of now. It's important to track your ovulation because ovulation is when you release your egg in order to be fertilized. I'm not too sure how many people think or believe they have to go to a clinic in order to conceive, but that wasn't an option for me and my wife. We did not want to spend the money to conceive. We wanted to save that money and put it towards our child if we did conceive. So we looked into our options at home. I want you guys to sit down with your spouse and really talk about what is important for you guys as a couple. What do you guys think fits you best? If you guys have any questions, feel free to send me an email or comment below. In the description, I have an Instagram where you can message me about how we got pregnant. I'm not shy. It was not easy, and we just want to help other couples who are struggling, because I've seen couples in so many different groups and support groups who've been trying for years and don't even know where to turn. And I know couples who've just started and don't know where to begin. And I just want to give my advice and let you guys all know that trying to conceive is no easy journey, and to never give up, and just to keep trying. So everybody, keep trying, never give up, and I hope to see big fat positives soon. And this would be the first step before you do anything, is find what method is going to work for you and your family, and then from there I would say let's make sure you and your body is ready for this procedure. All right guys, thank you for taking your time to watch. I hope this was helpful. I love you so much. I love you. I love you. I love you all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Please comment and let me know if this stuff is helpful for you, because I want to be helpful. All right, goodbye guys.